As the song says, signs everywhere are sign. You can get in your car, go but a few miles, and you'll literally pass hundreds of different types of signs. Signs on roads, buildings, for sale signs, yard signs, vehicle signs, everything. And somebody made those signs. So there's lots of opportunity out there. I just need you to help me find that opportunity. So you're my extended sales force, and I'm going to set your reticular activators today to be on the lookout for some specific things for me, both from a product standpoint and an industry specific standpoint. So I'm going to go through lots of materials. So do me a favor, take out that sheet that I asked you to have, and if something pops into your head, just jot it down, and we're going to keep going. First one is awnings. So one of the benefits of an awning, just from a signage regulation standpoint, is that if the town says, for example, that pink awning in the middle for benefit, it's in New Canaan. New Canaan is notoriously stingy for signage regulations, and they said the sign can only be so big. But by putting that name, that sign, on a big pink awning, they now have something that's about 30 feet long and will get some attention. So that's one of the things that I do, is understand the signage regulations and find ways to creatively help customers get attention. So for awnings, we can reframe an existing awning and save a customer about 60% on that. We do retractable awnings, as well as metal corrugated awnings. That picture along the bottom, thank you very much, Merrick, was a 110-foot long metal corrugated awning. So we can do all kinds of awnings. A terrific lead for me for awnings would be hair salons and restaurants that are now doing outdoor dining. Banners are typically things that are used to announce something. Coming soon, grand opening, sale, special events. Terrific referral for banners would be if you know someone who's going to run a special event this upcoming summer, like a golf outing or any kind of event. We do really nice carved signs. And even though we make them look like wood, they're actually made out of PVC. That thing on the bottom, Pine Junction, you'd swear is wood, but it's not, it's PVC. And PVC doesn't do the bad things that wood does, of delaminating and warping and all that. So, and we also use what's called an acrylic polymer additive in the paint, which hardens the surface, gives it extra UV light protection. So there's a bunch of signs that are out there, that have been out there for 10 years or more, and they still look really good because of this, this additive that we put in the paint. A terrific referral for me for carved signs would be churches and synagogues, funeral homes, property managers, and homeowners associations, where they're looking to really improve the curb appeal of the overall properties. Dimensional letters. Dimensional letters are routed out of sheets of metal or plastic. We can do them in brass, bronze, stainless steel, acrylic, and up to 2 inches thick. The letters can be independently mounted onto a wall or a building or onto a backer. We even put lights inside some of these letters. This string of pictures along the bottom is it's a restaurant in South Norwalk, and it just took a picture while it was on my shop table. It's called a blade sign. It's double-sided. And so the picture on the left is what it looks like in the daylight. And then as it gets dark, the sign lights up internally and has this halo effect around it. And at nighttime, it looks like the thing on the far right. So it's actually, we can get pretty creative with that stuff. A great referral for dimensional letters would be professionals that are going to be inviting people back into their offices. Lawyers, CPAs, medical buildings, wealth management, and insurance companies would be terrific referrals for dimensional letters. In the education sector, we've done lots of work for the Norwalk, Darien, Wilton, and Ridgefield public school systems. I really want to get in with the Stanford and Greenwich school system, so that one would be terrific if someone knows folks there. Also, we do work for a lot of private schools and tutoring facilities. This time of year is great for an introduction to schools because many of them are planning now to do improvements or to retool over the summer is when they typically will do those things. So a great referral for me would be facilities directors or principal of a school, or better yet, facilities director for the Board of Ed. Experiencing excess quarantining over the last 12 months, too many of us have put on the COVID-15, 15 pounds, that is. So fitness sector will come back strong. We do lots of interior, exterior signage. And in the fitness arena, we do a lot of these motivational type sayings on the walls there. So for referrals, I'd like you to think about owners of martial arts studios, dance studios, gymnastics places, and fitness places. Internally lit signs are big for places like banks, retail, restaurant. We can do front lit, halo lit, backlit. We do LED retrofits here every once in a while. And in particular, Teresa and BJ, if you could get me a warm intro to the marketing directors at your respective banks, that would be outstanding. And one of the things that we do, I like doing creative projects. See this CW over here? This is the corporate headquarters in Ridgefield for Chef's Warehouse. And that's a live wall is what they call it. They mist and spray this thing every night because it's a live plant. And we built these lights into it. And if you look at it closely, there's excruciating detail there for food. And this thing lights up and it's in their reception areas. It's actually quite impressive. Restaurants, we do all kinds of signs for restaurants. The carved signs, sandblasted, raised letters, channel letters. One of the things you may not know about us is we do custom digitally printed wallpaper. So when a restaurant wants to create an overall image, down this lower right-hand corner here, this was a Greek restaurant that wanted to, have this mural on the wall. And we did, it's about 30 feet long worth of this kind of wallpaper that we can do there. So if you know anybody who either has a store that's opening or a restaurant that's rebranding, that would be a terrific referral for me. Last one I'm going to talk about is actually huge this time of year, vehicle graphics. We do lots of vehicle graphics, service vehicles, landscaping fleets, delivery vehicles, anything from just simple lettering to eye-catching graphics to full wraps and food trucks. And so guys in the trades, you're on job sites all the time, and you undoubtedly know of other tradespeople with a blank van. Please think about them and get an intro to me to those guys. Vehicle lettering is one of the most effective, cost-effective ways to advertise their businesses. And for what to say and what to do, I'm going to see if you can see this or not. Let me see here. If hopefully you can see my website here, but if you find someone who is interested in something, and one of the things you can do, my website is meant to educate people. So for example, if you had someone that was interested in window graphics, over here there's a thing for window graphics. You simply click on that and it starts to tell them about, it gives them an education about the different types of window graphics and things that we can do to help them, and gives pictures for each of those things. So if it's a specific product, you would go here. At the bottom of my website, there are things organized by industry sector. So for example, if someone was looking for, had an intro to a funeral home, it comes up, there's a page in there, and it tells them about what we know about funeral homes and servicing that industry, and then we'll have pictures and descriptions of products that we've done. So when it comes to what to say and what to do, sending them to my website is a great way to do that. And I think I've got, according to my watch, I've got about a minute and a half left, Alex. I'm done.
Perfect. If there's time, we have time for a question. If anyone has a question.
Hi, Ray. I just wanted to add, because I don't see it on the list specifically, and I know it's a very valuable clientele for you, and that's doctor's offices, because both inside and out, they need awnings, they need, good lettering, they need directional signage. And truthfully, I'm going to tell one of my clients, what's to stop them from putting a little logo on their car as a reminder for people since they're new to the area, right? Wilton Wellness. So just keep that in mind. Anybody that's medical is a really good user for Ray.
One of the things, Ridgefield is notoriously stingy for signage regulations. And one of the things we did for a customer is we told him, go buy a used van, we'll letter that puppy up. And as long as you have it's licensed and registered, you can park it outside. And it became his sign. And it beat the signage regulations because it's a vehicle and it had legitimate plates on it. So that's part of the education that we can do to help people understand what's the best way to do things.
Love it. All right. Thank you, Ray. If you haven't done a one-on-one with Ray, I cannot recommend that enough. Not only will you learn a ton